great choice. I think you're going to be one to watch in this race, if you've got the endurance for it.
Right, welcome back everybody, and yeah, I've recently acquired this Ford Mustang GT, which, as you can probably hear, does not have a V8. This is the Forza edition version, and yeah, it's got a 2.6 litre inline 6, I believe. And yeah, it's kind of weird to be driving a car like this without a V8. Although obviously the Mustang did come with an inline 6 in its, you know, standard versions. It certainly wasn't as quick as this, which has, I think it's like 514 horsepower. Yeah, a little bit weird to be driving this kind of car with this kind of engine, but weirdly it does work. But yeah, we're going to be doing one of the gigantic races today that we unlock by getting the gold wristband, and we're going to be doing the dirt racing, the Gauntlet. So let's see what this has in store for us. So it's 8
endurance races these days. The Gauntlet will test your resolve in a point-to-point through as much dirt as we can find. Good luck.
Thank you. So yeah, 18.7 miles, a trail that stretches across the horizon. Endurance is your friend here. So it's winter, light precipitation, and sunrise. So yeah, we're gonna have to choose a pretty formidable car for this. I imagine one with a bit of what the top speed on the go, to be honest, and off-road capability. And I know it's probably going to be a little bit boring, but I think it's going to have to be the 911 Rally. As you can see, compared to the WRX STI ARX supercar, for instance, it's got more handling, more speed, ever so slightly more acceleration, better launch, not as good in the way of braking. I imagine that's, yeah, because it weighs significantly more, but it also has better off-road capability as well. So yeah, despite the STI there having more in the way of power, as you can see, it's got 127 extra horsepower and 59 extra pound-feet of torque, and obviously less in the way of weight. It just doesn't have the top speed, or the handling and launch really, or acceleration on its side. So yeah, we're gonna go for the Porsche. Hope it's not going to be a boring choice and be the wrong one. But regardless of that, it should hopefully do well. It has done as well in previous, you know, more shorter dirt races before. It is a pretty formidable car, and at the end of the day, a 911, regardless of the race suspension and the more off-road orientated tyres, is still going to be a cracking handling vehicle. So yeah, should hopefully stand us in good stead here. No idea how long this is going to take. Being a dirt racing, we're not necessarily going to be going at, you know, lightning speeds. Yeah, alright. We'll go for a more difficult driver tires as well, just to spice things up a little bit. Right, let's see what happens. As per usual, one of these dirt races is starting off on tarmac. Hopefully it will be more dirt than tarmac on the go with this particular race. Onto the rough stuff. We're starting out in the mountains up north, which is, yeah, pretty damn scenic, I guess you could say. Although the Metro 6R4 is pretty good in terms of general off-road capability and acceleration, but really does not have the top speed. I think it maxes out about 125 or thereabouts. So yeah, and we were getting up to about 110 there. So yeah, that car does not have much to give past that. first. Come on. Up the inside we go, into first place. A little bit of ice here. One thing I like about this game is that they have improved how slippy the snow and ice is over the prior game. Obviously with the previous game it wasn't a massive issue for the most part when it came to the map. It was generally just around near the volcano, whereas here it's a lot more widespread, which is inevitable when you consider the map for this is a lot larger. But crucially they did improve how slippy it actually is. If you don't have a car with the proper tyres or all-wheel drive or a combination of both, then you will find it very difficult to drive properly on such conditions. I have found that the case with me when driving a normal road car. Even though I've got the Lucid Air Sapphire, which obviously does have all-wheel drive, it's still on you know, slick tyres. So yeah, and it really does struggle in these kind of conditions. So you really have to bear that in mind when venturing up this side of the map. Drift tap. And really, we're not far off a third through this so far. As you can see, this section we are getting up to north of 130, so if those metros have not upgraded their gearing or top speed, then they are going to struggle on these kind of sections. To be honest, the AI is struggling in general, and someone is for some reason travelling, or were travelling over that mountain. Saw their icon on the map. They suffered a disastrous crash there. Yeah, but the AI, despite upping them to expert difficulty, are not proven to be all that expert at all. I mean, this is in the stock version of this as well. Maybe we should have upped the difficulty even further. And I was worried that taking them from a difficulty that I have lost to in the past, you know. I've never had a perfect run with any of these difficulties so far, I don't think. I was worried that bumping it up any higher might well have proved too difficult, or even on expert it might have been too difficult, but yeah, that's just not the case. We're basically doing a hot lap of this one. But outside of the excessive use of tarmac here and there, this is a pretty fun point-to-point race. It's a shame that it's not more competitive. Halfway through, it's been about 6 minutes. Screw it, I'm bored. Let's pull over for a second. Give them a chance. Surprised it's a Metro that was in second. I would have expected that to struggle with these faster sections. And we're back in front. Unleash the power of the 911 rally. See, we'll just walk away on a section like this because we've got the top speed. Right, so that is 70%. Watch this, I walk this race with it being an expert difficulty, then I struggle with some of the more normal ones. The AI on this game, like all previous Forza games for the most part, quite frankly, aren't the most consistent. There's a fast bit. We're doing 50 off-roading, is not bad at all. Surprises me that this is actually in A class, to be honest, because yeah, it's not got the best brakes, but there's no doubt that having this amount of power and the way that it is obviously geared, which means it's got good top speed, it's way more competitive than a lot of other A class rally cars or off-road vehicles. Currently going up the extreme off-road City Builds course I've built. Right, we are less than 10% away from the finish line. In fact, it's just on the other side of this road. Yeah, it's been a well laid out course, there's no doubt about that, but the AI have been absolutely awful. fact that I was able to pull over, wait, let second get into first, have a decent enough a lead, and then get back in front of them in what, less than a minute, is not a good sign. Although it could be the fact I'm in a very OP car for what class it's in. But regardless of that, this is the final corner. And we've got a massive lead. Yep, that was easy. Really, really easy. Let's see how long it takes for them to catch up. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So more than 13 seconds behind me, second place, and third and fourth were about 16 seconds. So yeah, that is a pretty awful, to be honest. The AI really needs to be sorted out a lot better, quite frankly. I'm not sure how much more higher the difficulty gets. I can't remember what was above expert.
Total dirt racing mastery.
But yeah, it's a fun enough course. It's just a shame that the AI wasn't there to make it better. But yeah, that's the first of those big races. We've obviously got 2 road racing ones, and then a cross-country one as well. One of the road races is around the highway loop, and the other one is around the perimeter of the map itself. So we'll get around to those 3 at some point. We've got 78 grand out of that as well, which is pretty handy. So yeah, I think we'll do the race that I did in the first attempt of the previous episode. So the Seaside Park Sprint. So I did this, and then obviously the recording completely failed, so had to do the previous part a second time round. Do apologise for the audio on that one if it wasn't up to snuff. I must have accidentally hit my audio controls in frustration of trying to get it done again. But yeah, this is a 4.5 mile sprint. This point-to-point route passes through Legend Island. A mix of flat-out speed and sudden tight turns demand the driver's full focus. So we're in hypercars, and I'm going to pick the Mercedes-AMG 1, as I don't believe we've used it so far. Obviously we use the Lamborghini Ultimate in the Legend Island gold wristband unlock. We've used the Gordon Murray vehicle before as well, so we'll try out this Mercedes, which is a cracking car, especially in the track focus mode that it's going to be in. So really, really good handling, plenty of acceleration and speed. Pretty fast point to point, this one. So I didn't actually win this upon the first attempt. I only got second because I understeered wildly on the last corner. And just lost out by about a second. See if we can do better this time around. Well, granted they are on a higher difficulty this time. Just love the way that this flies out of the corners. Absolutely no issue at putting that power down. But I'm the problem when it comes to driving it. Never been the best at driving these high grip high downforce vehicles. And we can get our podium back. No, maybe not. Speed! Oh, we're done worse. Oh well. Pretty fun point-to-point race though, but yeah, if you're not used to these high-grip, high-performance cars, then you might well struggle a little bit, and I certainly am not. As you've probably seen from most of my, most of the other rest of this playthrough, or you know, the kind of cars I, tend to go towards when it comes to reviews. I don't really go for the fast cars unless necessary. So yeah, not a great position, that one. Right, so we've pretty much done the ultimate dirt race you can do on this game, so we won't do another one of those today. I think we'll get in some stories. Have we done this one? No, I've got a second chapter to do on this one. So let's see what this other day trip is going to be. I think this is where we use that Civic RS from the 70s. Yeah. So, Daikoku. Mai wants to show you the rich history behind Daikoku. I'm probably saying that wrong. But let's see what she has for us.
Alright everyone, time to hit the road. Now this is the part you have all been waiting for. An iconic place for Japanese car culture, where you never know who will turn up. That's right, team. Daikoku PA. So what are we waiting for? Let's roll out.
We in the Sylvia. Yay. Still yet to review this, but...
Daikoku PA. Now, I'm sure you know what that means, but for all those at the back, it means parking area. Tucked in under the highway, this PA is world famous. I call this convoy nothing but Nissan, for obvious reasons. All shapes and sizes, this is a Nissan parade.
Pretty sure me and the 240SX are well outpaced in terms of power. Yeah, this 1989 Nissan Silvia K's is really, really nice. It will get a review at some point though, because it has been newly scanned for this game.
Car manufacturer if you wait long enough at Daikoku. Of course, you can always guarantee a JDM showing, but US and Euro imports will sometimes roll in and get the cameras snapping.
Oh, that's true. I took my car there last week and ended up staying for 3 hours talking to this one group of people. I do like talking, you know. And car people want to be around car people. And Daikoku is full of them. I have to mention the Nissan Silvia with us right now. Nissan's S chassis has always been a go-to drifting platform, as well as a car that is just a joy to drive. But you know me, if I can slide a car around a corner, I probably will.
Yeah, and this is a pretty good sliding car, to be honest. But I have been just enjoying driving it normally, quite frankly. Yeah, it's not got a lot of power, but it just feels all well set up.
Okay, we're getting close. Daikoku PA is just up ahead. Make sure you roll in with style.
Tried to do a handbrake turn there, but it didn't work.
I have the pleasure to introduce Jordan Chambers. You may know him from his drifting exploits and Horizon legend, Nakamoto Midori-san.
Thank you, May.
Hello, everyone. So happy to meet you all. May, please, it would be an honor to race. In fact, I insist, Daikoku can wait for now.
Is this Ferrari on off-road tyres?
I normally say stick together.
Looks like it.
Scratch that. This is a race.
Oh dear, I was not paying attention. It looks like it's on off-road tyres. It doesn't feel like it has a huge amount of grip, that's for sure. We have to make it in there in 2 minutes and 5 seconds to get the full 3 stars.
You're not sightseeing, are you, Jordy?
No, no. I'm locked in.
I'll leave you to focus then.
Right.
Okay then.
Let's see.
Maybe you both need quiet time?
Yeah, good idea. Quiet time. For now.
Calm down in your Jaguar that never got built. Left or is it right? Nope, got it wrong. Not very well laid out on the map, these highways I've found. Trying to find which roads to you know, discover and such has been alright. B8. It's just been really difficult to determine which road is the one that we need to unlock. Come on. Oh, literally
Now that was a
balls.
race.
Yeah, it absolutely was exactly
We
that.
really weren't all that far
Agreed.
off.
Hope we can do it again soon. See you around.
Literally 0.088 of a second off. Ah, it's the second time that's happened, I think, so far on this playthrough, where we're only very slightly above the threshold. I think it was on one of the Horizon Rush events, where we needed that 4 minutes and 5, and we're like 4 minutes .50 something. But yeah.
Looked like Jordan wasn't the only one that was locked in.
I've also found that sometimes the map glitches in terms of what road has been unlocked or not, which has been kind of annoying. I say that as I'm trying to unlock one right now. Yeah, don't have many more roads to discover, but I've still not found those 2 pesky mascots that are somewhere around here to get the full 200, and I have no idea how to unlock or you know, gain the final XP board up here. It's on some ski lift strut or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, I just don't have any idea how to do it. So yeah, but that was the case with the previous game where there was at least 1 or 2 that I had no idea how to get. So no change there then. Let's do a cross-country event down in near this space center, or we're in the space center. See if we can what we can do. So yeah, 3 laps, 5.4 miles, modern rally cars, take on huge jumps and long sweeping bank corners as you circle around Irokawa Space Center. So what are we going to choose? Since it's newly been added to this game via the festival playlist, we'll go with the STI S209 from Subaru. The most powerful STI that's ever been made, and yeah, plenty quick enough hopefully for this course. I do highly recommend unlocking this car as well, and you'll see why in a second. It is also snowing, so we need the all-wheel drive that we've got going on. Doesn't have the best launch though, unfortunately, this car. Some snowy conditions as well. Lovely drive in the country. Don't go through the water, that's only going to slow you down. We get past our fellow Subaru. Hold off the Evo, wherever that's gone. Why does it get so aggressive? I am one of you after all. Is that an Evo? Or another Subaru, I don't know. But it's rocketing up. Yeah, I think that's an Evo 10. Right, on to the first final lap while in first. Oh dear, forgot about that wall. Damn, and blast. And then we didn't have enough speed for that jump, and that's why we died on the landing. Get inside, get back on second. Inside of the Evo, come on. So even though we had a disastrous crash, the STI S209 there got us out of trouble and got us the win. So yeah, pretty fun cross-country race that, but even though I do really enjoy this car, I do remember it being faster than that, but maybe it's just the fact that it's, you know, snowy and the tyres might well need a bit to be a bit better. But regardless, yeah, got the win there, and yeah, that's all that really matters at the end of the day.